my name is Father Joseph Hirsch from the Vocation Office of Diocese of La Crosse. I'd like to share with you a story about marriage, about family, and the impact that we have on the lives of others. A little while ago, I had a wedding. It was for my niece, Alyssa. As we had that wedding, it brought to mind for me how 24 years ago I married her parents. I look back on my brother and all the decisions he made about marrying this woman and having these children, and now their daughter is moving out and beginning a whole new family. Well, let's back up even more. I go to Germany to visit our family from the old country. We go back to where my great-great-great-grandfather in 1850 had 9 children. One of his children, Johann, decided to come to the United States. I don't know how much Johann thought about it, but Johann came to the States, he got married, lived the Catholic faith. Their children got married, their children got married, their children got married. We're 6 generations later. What would have happened had Johann Jr. stayed in Germany and worked at their version of McDonald's? None of us would exist. What it makes me think about is the impact of our choices. When we choose our vocation in life, this is not a private thing. It's not just me and you in marriage or me choosing my vocation. I'd like to do this for a career. No, we are part of something so much bigger, and the choices that I make actually determine who's going to exist in the future. I go back only 6 generation lines to my family back in Germany. But let's look forward. As I celebrate that wedding of my niece, and let's suppose the world goes on for another 5,000 years or 1,000 years only. Do you know how many people's lives and existence are going to be determined by the choices now of my niece? Thousands, tens of thousands. That's why the point that I want to make is that for you, for us, as we think about what we're going to do in life, what career are you going to choose? What state in life are you going to be? Are you going to be married? Are you going to be a priest or a sister? This is not something private, but because it has so many wide moral implications, and because it affects the very generations of people into the future, this is why it is so important that we ground ourselves in saying, Lord, you designed me. What do you want me to do? How can I make the greatest difference? And according to your plan, how do you want it to unfold in my life? I don't understand these things. All I know is I am called to be a priest. And in that priesthood, that is where God is going to bring new life. For my brother, it was marriage. Because see, we can talk about the physical descent of generations, but also the spiritual is so important. The spiritual choices you make. Think of the saints, St. Augustine, St. Thomas Aquinas, all these saints. What if they would have said no? If they wouldn't have taken into account God's plan? The world would be so different. Many people's faith depends on the choices that we make. So today, as we think, as we meditate, as we reflect, challenge and invite you to ask the Lord to help you to be aware of how He is calling you to grow into His plan for you. Because your choices are going to inevitably affect the lives, the existence, and the faith of countless people. Thanks for listening.